anybody, if you have seen Pulp Fiction, you'll know what scene we're talking about. It's the conclusion where she plays a really significant role, and I think it kind of fits for this virus type of character. I know we'll go around and talk about it, but I know, Savanna, you and I are both on board with this decision.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen her, I don't think, in anything except Pulp Fiction. But I know who, I mean, I'm very aware of who she is. She's Christopher Plummer's daughter. I'm hoping that you guys all know who Christopher Plummer is. But he's like a really, really famous older actor. He played Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music. So I kind of knew who she was just because, like, my mom's a huge fan of Christopher Plummer. So is my grandmother, actually. So I kind of, like, knew about, I knew that he had a daughter, and I knew she'd been in movies. But I've only seen her in Pulp Fiction, so... But just based on that role, based on interviews with her, and just based on her look, I really think that she will be perfect. Her personality in real life is sort of very quirky. If you have a chance to look at any interviews with her, you should, because she's a very interesting person. But, yeah, I'm totally pumped about this. I think she adds a lot of credibility to the film. Adam, do you want to say anything else about her before we kind of go around the circle?
Yes, I do. I actually want to say something about Christopher Plummer, a role that it's hard to recognize that he was this guy because he's much older, but for those of you who maybe haven't seen a lot of his movies when he was an older man, there's a good chance you have seen The Sound of Music, and that would be the most famous role he ever played. She is the daughter of Captain Von Trapp. That's awesome to me. I mean, I love Captain Von Trapp, so... the good one, after music enters his life, of course. We're not talking about the days where he's a raving lunatic. But I also want to mention, too, kind of a neat moment for him was this year. He finally, after many, many, many years in the business, finally won that Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in Beginners, which was really exciting. So things are really great for the Plummer family, and I think Amanda Plummer is going to continue this great year by representing the family name expertly in Catching Fire. So anyway, Savanna, you can go on with asking the rest.
Well, I was just going to say, before we get an opinion from someone else, someone on Twitter mentioned, I think it might have been, it was Starberry Cookie, or her real name's Luli, but she mentioned that Amanda Plummer was in an episode of Law & Order SVU. The episode was called Week, and a lot of people have been talking about her performance in this episode because I think that she plays someone with some kind of, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know if she has a mental disorder, but there's something different about her mentally, I think. Maybe someone on Twitter can help us out with that. But a lot of people have been talking about her performance on Law & Order SVU. So we might have to check that out. So let's go in reverse alphabetical order, and we'll start with Tiffany. Tiffany, what are your Amanda Plummer feelings?
I think she's perfectly cast for Virus. Like, when I saw her, I was like, okay, that's perfect. I just realized where I know her from besides Pulp Fiction, and it was the Disney Channel original movie Get a Clue with Lindsay Lohan.
That's what I was going to say.
Which I actually love that movie, so yeah, so I'm excited.
Is this something I should see, Tiffany?
Lindsay Lohan,
it's great because I know you live in New York and it's all over, like, New York City, so you might want to watch it. Who knows?
That's so funny. That's the second time we've mentioned Lindsay Lohan on tonight. That's just weird.
I just want to ask you, Tiffany, I'm a manly sort of guy. I mean, would I be able to stomach this kind of Disney film?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. That was the sarcasm, by the way. I mean, I do list, I think, Pride and Prejudice among my favorite movies. And I might have a copy of Ever After on DVD. It's possible, but we'll leave it at that. Thanks, Tiffany. Savanna, who's next in reverse alphabetical order?
Well, it would be me, but I already spoke my mind. So, Mary, do you have any Amanda Plummer feelings?
Well, I'm going to show my age here because I remember her from L.A. Law.
That's how much older I am. That's how I knew when it was announced. I jumped on Twitter and I even asked a girl, I was like, is that the one from LA Law? And everyone's like, how old are you? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm a little bit older, but I do. That's where I remember her from. And then I remembered she was in Pulp Fiction. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited because she's pretty diverse, too. So I'm excited to see how she brings it up. And I'm interested to see how this works. I'm kind of excited. I really am.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The character of Iris is so interesting. I kind of hadn't really thought about this before, but she only has one line. Like, you know, she says TikTok like over and over. So you really need to find someone like who can do a lot with just one line. And she does have a very unique voice. Like her natural speaking voice is, I think, really unique. And I don't know. I think she'll really. I don't know. I'm so excited to see what she does with it. Ellie, have you seen Get a Clue?
Of course I've seen Get a Clue.
Do you think that Amanda Plummer will be a great Iris?
Yes. I'm like, okay, so when I heard this rumor, I automatically like looked it up and I saw her and I'm like, oh my God, Get a Clue. Because I live on Disney Channel. I'm too old, but I still do. It's okay. And like her character there, she's not like actually mentally unstable, but still like very quirky, very interesting, and it's like it was perfectly cast for me.
I even kind of liked. I just kind of like the way she looks now. Like I think her hair. I think they should kind of keep it the way it is. I was trying to think about like how they might change her, but. Crystal, I think, is next. Yes, Crystal.
For me, like, there's no contest. The biggest thing I remember her from is Pulp Fiction because that movie, like, changed the way that I watch movies back in the 90s. So, I mean, definitely that opening scene just, it blew me away, you know. But I looked at her IMDb profile, and I guess I've seen her in Red, although I don't remember what she did in that. And I saw that she was also in Battlestar Galactica. Do you remember her character?
Yeah.
We talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in one episode of Battlestar Galactica playing this, like, kind of creepy Oracle. So that was another role that was very, like, kind of out there. It was different. Yeah, I should, like, get some screenshots of that or something, but...
yeah. I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy with that casting. I was like, oh, why didn't I think of that? You know?
I know. Okay, last but not least, Ariel, do you have any opinions on Amanda Plummer?
Well, as I have not seen Get a Clue, like so many of you have, and I have seen Pulp Fiction, though, like everyone should. I'm very excited for Amanda Plummer. I think that she'll do an excellent job, and honestly, as much as I don't like to judge people by the way they look, I think she looks the part.